Dear students, welcome to the online class of English Literature. Today in this video, we will be doing the poem Limericks by Edward Lear. Now children, let's understand the meaning of the word limerick. A limerick is a silly poem with 5 lines. They are often funny or nonsensical. Limericks were made famous by Edward Lear, a famous author who wrote the Book of Nonsense in the 1800s. This was an entire book of silly limericks. Now open your book to page number 117. Limericks. There was an old man in a boat who said, "I'm afloat, I'm afloat." When they said, "No, you ain't," he was ready to faint. That unhappy old man in a boat. So children, the poet is telling us that there was an old man in a boat. So he was sitting in a boat. He said that I'm afloat, I'm afloat. Afloat means floating in water. So he said, "I'm floating in water." So they said, "No, you aren't. You are not." So the old man said, "I'm ready to faint." So what does the word faint mean? Faint means to feel weak, as if you are about to become unconscious. That unhappy old man in a boat. So children, limericks are funny poems. They don't have any meaning, but it is a kind of poetry. Let's move ahead. There was a young lady of Russia who screamed so that no one could hush her. Her screams were extreme. No one heard such a scream as was screamed by that lady of Russia. So, the poet tells us that there was a young lady of Russia who screamed. Screamed means make loud, high-pitched sound, so that no one could hush her. Hush her means to calm her, to tell her to keep quiet. Her screams were extreme, so her screams were very loud. No one heard such a scream as was screamed by that lady of Russia. There was an old person of Ewell who chiefly subsisted on gruel, but to make it more nice, he inserted some mice, which refreshed that old person of Ewell. So children, the poet tells us that there was an old person of Ewell. So Ewell is a place in southern England who chiefly means mainly, subsisted. Subsisted means maintain, support or survive on at a basic level. On gruel. Now what is gruel? A thin liquid food of oatmeal or other meal boiled in milk or water. So it is a type of food made from plain cereal. But to make it more nice, now children, listen to this carefully. He placed some mice. So imagine some mice in gruel, which refreshed that old person of you. Isn't that funny, children? So children, you only have to learn the poem. All right? Learn the poem and you have to write this poem in your English literature classwork copy. I will be posting the classwork copy instructions separately.